Bad boy era? Jungkook BTS makes American media headlines after viral live moment. Was it just 6 seconds of playful chaos? Or the beginning of a so-called bad boy era? That's the question lighting up American entertainment headlines after Jungkook went viral once again, this time for a blink and you miss it gesture during a late-night livestream on Weverse. The clip? Just 6 seconds long. The impact? Global. On the 25th of February 2026, Jungkook appeared in a relaxed livestream session, seated casually in a dimly lit room washed in dark red tones. Wearing a sleek black leather jacket and flashing that signature half-mischievous smile, he chatted with ARMY while laughing with someone off camera. Then, unexpectedly, he raised his hand and playfully showed his middle finger toward his friend outside the frame. A second later, he broke into a wide grin and immediately followed it up with a sweet finger heart gesture directed at fans. To his friend. To ARMY. Internet. Detonated. Within hours, the 6-second clip circulated across X, TikTok, Instagram Reels, and YouTube Shorts. Brazilian fanbase at Jungkook BR captioned it humorously, "For his friend and for us," earning thousands of reposts. Hashtags like #Jungkook Live and #JK Funny Moment trended globally, but the ripple effect didn't stop within fandom circles. Several US entertainment writers reportedly described the moment as an unexpected rebel flash and an edgy, unscripted pivot for the BTS maknae. One columnist framed it as a rare crack in K-pop's polished idol persona, while another playfully asked whether Jungkook was entering his Western rockstar phase. 6 seconds. That's all it took to spark the phrase, bad boy era? For context, this isn't the first time Jungkook has gone viral post-military discharge. Since completing his service last year, fans have observed a subtle shift in his aura, more relaxed, more self-assured, more unapologetically expressive. The shy teenage trainee who debuted under BTS has long evolved into a global pop figure comfortable in his own skin. But this specific moment felt different. Not because the gesture was shocking by Western standards, many American fans viewed it as harmless banter, but because of what it symbolized in the K-pop context. Idols are rarely seen displaying overtly rebellious gestures on live broadcasts. Even playful profanity can trigger waves of criticism in certain online communities. Yet, Jungkook didn't hesitate. He didn't look nervous. He didn't scramble to apologize. He laughed. Then he sent love to ARMY. That contrast cheeky irreverence followed instantly by warmth became the clip's defining charm. Some longtime fans even commented that in nearly 9 years of supporting him, they had never seen him casually flash a middle finger on live. "I've been ARMY since debut, and this is my first time seeing JK do that. I'm crying, laughing," one user wrote. The red lighting, leather jacket aesthetic, and slightly chaotic energy only amplified the narrative. Screenshots from the livestream began circulating alongside captions like "Rockstar JK activated" and "He's not our baby anymore." American media framing it as a rebel moment adds another layer to the story. In the US entertainment landscape, stars reinventing themselves with edgier imagery is practically tradition. From pop princesses shedding innocence to boy band members carving individual identities, reinvention fuels headlines. So when Jungkook, globally recognized yet still tied to K-pop's structured image system, displays even a flicker of rebellion, it becomes culturally fascinating. But was it rebellion? Or simply comfort? Fans in Indonesia, Brazil, the US, and beyond largely interpreted the moment as playful teasing between friends. The drink beside him, the relaxed posture, the easy laughter, nothing about it suggested calculated image rebranding. If anything, it felt organic. And perhaps that's exactly why it resonated. Because authenticity, especially in hyper-curated industries, feels electric. It's also worth noting that this viral gesture follows closely behind his recent candid admission about quitting smoking, another moment that sparked debate over idol, adulthood, and personal freedom. Together, these incidents paint a portrait of a nearly 30-year-old artist, gradually discarding the invisible restraints once placed upon him. Not aggressively, not dramatically, but naturally. Some observers argue that American outlets labeling this as a bad boy era says more about Western projection than Jungkook's actual intent. After all, a 6-second playful gesture toward a friend doesn't equate to a rebellious transformation. Yet perception often shapes narrative faster than intent does. As BTS prepares for their highly anticipated March 2026 comeback, every micro moment involving a member becomes magnified. Is this edgier vibe a hint at a darker concept? Will the upcoming era lean into maturity and boldness? Or are fans and journalists simply overanalyzing a joke between friends? The leather jacket aesthetic didn't help quiet speculation. Neither did the red lighting, nor the confident grin. But if you slow the clip down beyond the viral edits, beyond the dramatic captions, what remains is simple: Jungkook being comfortable enough to tease a friend publicly without fear. And that might be the real evolution. Because early in his career, such spontaneity would have been unthinkable. Every gesture measured, every word rehearsed, every movement filtered through layers of management caution. Now, he laughs, flips off a friend, throws a heart at millions of fans, and logs off. No apology post. No clarifying statement, just silence and memes. Interestingly, engagement metrics show the clip generating more positive reactions than outrage. Meme culture embraced it. Fan edits remixed it with rock soundtracks. Even non-K-pop audiences stumbled upon it and reacted with amused surprise. The bad boy era label may be exaggerated, but it undeniably signals something shifting. Not scandal, not recklessness, confidence. And as global pop culture increasingly values artists who feel human rather than manufactured, moments like this build relatability rather than erode reputation. So is Jungkook entering a rebellious phase? Or is the world simply adjusting to the reality that the once teenage maknae is now an adult artist with a sense of humor, a sharper edge, and zero interest in shrinking himself to fit outdated expectations? 6 seconds, a middle finger, a finger heart, a viral storm. And a global audience once again reminded why Jungkook remains endlessly watchable, whether he's delivering flawless high notes on stage or casually rewriting the rulebook in a dimly lit livestream. The real question isn't whether this is his bad boy era. It's whether we're finally witnessing his most unfiltered era yet. And if this truly is his most unfiltered era yet, then the timing could not be more strategic or more symbolic. Because what makes this 6-second clip culturally explosive isn't the gesture itself, it's the layering of context around it. Just days before the "to friend to army" moment went viral, Jungkook had already stirred debate with his candid comments about quitting smoking. That confession reopened conversations about idol, adulthood, privacy, and moral double standards. Now, this playful rebel flash adds visual fuel to a narrative some outlets are eager to frame as transformation. American entertainment writers thrive on arcs, reinvention, edge, growth. And in Western pop culture, a shift toward a darker aesthetic: leather jackets, red lighting, irreverent gestures often signals artistic evolution. But here's what makes Jungkook different. There was no official rebrand announcement, no teaser campaign declaring a bold new persona, no dramatic interview proclaiming a new chapter. It was casual, accidental seeming, unstaged. That authenticity is precisely what makes it powerful.